Is it finally working? Please tell me this is working. Hold on, let me see if I can try to get... Hold on. Hello. Hello, guys. Hold on, let me try to get the... I'm having to use a completely different browser altogether, but I need to God, I don't want to use Yahoo. Why is it... Oh my god. I genuinely do not know why it is doing all this. I do not know why. Like... What browser? I usually use Opera, but for some reason Opera doesn't work for me today. So I have to use... So I have to use Chrome, which I don't want to use, but, like, fucking... what was it, like... Opera decided to be such a stupid bitch today. It's like, I don't know why things just can't work the way they're supposed to work. Why don't you want to use Chrome? Because Opera, just for me at least, saved a lot more, like made things run a lot more smoothly, and there's a lot more flexibility with Opera. Hold on, maybe it should start working. Maybe. Let me just... Dock. Man, I don't know if it's gonna work. You're probably not gonna be able to see your chats on stream. Complain to... please send your complaints and hate mail to Opera and Social Stream Ninja, because apparently no one can get their shit fixed today. And also, I don't have water at my house because the stupid landlord still can't get the plumbing to work. I'm just not having a good day today, I guess I should say. I'm just not having a good day at all. I'm kind of miserable today, to be honest. If we could just, if we can get the membership goals and the super chat goals today, honestly, I would be very happy with that. Because I just need something good to happen today. I just need something good to happen. How were you? Pretty terrible. again, not having a good day today. Before the live. Still pretty bad. Again, you know, we don't have water for some inexplicable reason other than my landlord's incompetent little shit. Rank all 11 Star Wars movies. I guess we really need the super chats and memberships today after all. Really? Yeah, honestly, that would be amazing. If we can get the member... Actually, wait. Oh, oops. We didn't... wait. Oops. I need a... We have not gotten a membership or super chat today, I should say. I hope the stream can go very well and not be a disaster. It probably will be. Oh, hey, movie guy! Hi! Good evening, Christian. Well, I'm not having a great day so far, so, like, but, you know, I hope you're having a good evening, movie guy. I'm glad you're here. Oh my god, movie guy with the 5 gifted memberships. My god, I'm actually feeling a little bit better already. Andrew Garrett got a membership. Odio Milho got a membership. Scottish DP got a membership. Ito got a membership. And Free at Last got a membership. Everybody, send movie guys some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. For if you're a member of the channel, send movie guys some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. We love to support the people that support the channel. Thanks, movie guy. Thanks, movie guy. And in case you're not caught up, movie guy, I'm not able to pull up messages right now because I can't stream on Opera for some reason today, and everything's just kind of fucking up so much today. So I'm just not able to pull up messages, so I'm sorry about that. Let's see, ranking the Star Wars movies. I mean, I think I have it on Letterboxd, actually. Why does everything want to be assholes today, Christian? I have no idea. But, let me just actually pull up. This is basically how, I think this is how I would rank the Star Wars films. Yeah. I am of the hot take that The Force Awakens is the best Star Wars movie. Like, I feel like it just has the perfect combination of the old and the new, bringing in familiar bringing in familiar plot elements, but also taking some risks with some new ideas. And I don't care what anybody says, The Last Jedi is probably one of the most thought-provoking Star Wars films I've ever seen. Like, the way it evolves our understanding of the Force. Like, I think is really, like, what's kind of like, I think people just weren't really ready for all that. Oh, hello, Easty. What was the best 2026 film you've seen so far? I'm not gonna lie, I have not been catching up with a lot of 2026 movies. I don't know why. I've just not been feeling great this year so far. I don't know why. Like, so far, I think the only 2026 movie I've seen is Iron Lung. Hi, Christian. Hi. Hi, Joey Herrera. What do you mean the Last Jedi is better than The Empire Strikes Back? I just have more issues with The Empire Strikes Back than I do with the Last Jedi. Like, my main issue with The Empire Strikes Back is I don't like the lead up into Han and Leia's romance. Like, it felt like Han was coming on a little bit. I'm not saying this in a Star Wars sense, but like he's coming on a bit too forceful. I didn't really care for that. I don't think that really holds up. So it's like, eh. What do you think of awards chances of the next Millie Bobby Brown film, the World War II drama by Tom Hooper? I'm curious about this. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, look, did Cats turn out the way we thought it would? Like, turn out spectacularly well? No. But Tom Hooper is still a very good director overall, so I think we can probably, like, I think it's, you know, I think I could at least consider that for Best Picture. Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film. It has a lot of my favorite elements, but as you can see, I think it's kind of a mid-movie as is. Now, I'm going off of the special editions, the current editions, because, like, at this point, it's just kind of like those are the current canon versions. I don't know what to do. So there's that. And also, you know, and knowing that, there's a lot more problems with Return of the Jedi that I just don't like. Like, I hate the Jedi rocks scene. I hate the no, which again, that's in the current version, so I have to judge it as such. So yeah, it has some great. It does have some great moments, but overall, there's just like a mix of bad and good in the movie for me. Christian, would you recommend watching Star Wars 1977 or Episode 1 first? A New Hope, easily. Mainly because, like, well, one, I feel like it's just better to watch things, like, in order of when they came out to see the evolution of it all. But also, The Phantom Menace sucks. It's, like, that movie's really bad. So I don't think you want your first taste of Star Wars to be one of the worst ones that they made. So easily, A New Hope should be the one you watch first. Not ironically, but Force Awakens should have been nominated for Best Picture. Yeah, I agree. It would have been my number 2 pick, to be honest. Like, Mad Max Fury Road would have been my number 1. But I do think The Force Awakens would have been my number 2 in Best Picture. I do agree. Endgame should have been nominated for Best Picture. Yeah, I agree. Why is Episode 1 bad? Because there's barely anything good in it. That's why it's bad. I think it's I think it is horribly paced. Like, it's a really boring movie. The characters are just not interesting in the slightest. Jar Jar Binks is probably one of the worst characters that Star Wars has ever made. And the characters feel too invincible because there's just not much. There's just not much tension in the action scenes. It's just not a good movie. I know a lot of people in my generation are like, no, I grew up with this movie, it's great, but like, I watched it and I was like, no, this sucks. Like, no, people were right to call this movie bad. What were they thinking? Like, what's Gen Z thinking? This movie sucks. Other than Qui-Gon, The Duel of the Fates, Episode 1 is bad. 4 out of 10 for me. Jar Jar is unacceptable. Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah. And now, granted, I don't think the actors should have been bullied for it, like the way, you know, Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best were treated. That's just ridiculous. They should not have been bullied for their roles, and that goes for anyone in Star Wars. But it's so keep in mind, when I'm complaining about the characters, I'm not complaining about them because, you know, I feel like, yeah, like, no. I'm criticizing the characters, not the actors. But yeah, like I didn't really care for those characters. Yo, thank you so much, Movie Guy, for the super chat, for the five Canadian dollars super chat. Everybody, give Movie Guy some blue Hannahcast heart emojis because we want to send love to the people that support the channel. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks, Movie Guy. Let's see. What was the most amount of movies you watched in one day? I'm not sure. I do know what was the most amount of movies I watched in one day in theaters. Because I remember I saw Uncut Gems, then Ford v Ferrari, then I think it was Little Women. I think Little Women was next. And then it was Knives Out. I think it was Knives Out. Actually, no, I think Knives Out was the last one that day. So I think it was 4 movies I saw in one day. I think it was 4 movies. I think Little Women was one of them. If it wasn't Little Women, it was probably A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. But I have a feeling it probably was Little Women. Maybe. But yeah, 4 movies, even without the theater thing, 4 movies in one day is still crazy. Why did you see 4 movies in one day in the movie theater? I didn't really have anything else better to do that day, so I figured, why not? And honestly, the way I consider it, it was a day well spent because all those movies were great. So hey, a crazy back-to-back lineup. Rank those 4 movies. Man, that's tough because they're all. Those are all great movies. Whoa. Okay, what was it? Uncut Gems, Knives Out, Ford v Ferrari, and Little Women. But even then, that could change because like those movies are all like 9 out of 10s to me, and they're very close. So the ranking is almost like superfluous, to be honest, because it's like they're all very close in quality to one another, in my opinion. I once watched 8 movies in one day. Damn, no wonder you're called Movie Guy. 2019 was a peak year overall in movies, music, and video games. I don't know much about the whole music and video game aspect of it, but like, yeah, 2019 was phenomenal for movies. My God. Do you think that Adam Sandler should have been nominated for Best Actor that year? Yes. Adam Sandler would have made my Best Actor lineup for Uncut Gems. I thought he was terrific. I thought Uncut Gems in general was terrific. A New Hope is a classic, but it gets worse for me on every rewatch. I don't know. I've kind of if anything, I've kind of grown even more appreciative of the film as time went on. Like, it's a simple story, but it does do a lot with that kind of a simple story. Also, what other movies were released in 2019 that made that year so memorable? Well, I mean, we could just look at that. We could just look it up. Let's just find it. I have my top 10 movies of 2019 here. Okay, so it seems like I have Knives Out above Uncut Gems here. Do I still feel that way? I'm not sure. But basically, these are my top 10 best films of 2019. And yes, I did put The Lion King in there. I'm sorry, but I really love The Lion King. Like, even if it's well, it's not really live action. Okay, Shazam. Maybe I shouldn't put... maybe Shazam isn't like that. Like, isn't like a... It probably isn't that strong. I mean, it's still very good, but I don't know if it's, that strong. The Clone Wars movie is not that bad. Not episode 1 or 9 level bad. Oh, I completely disagree. The Clone Wars movie has almost nothing redeemable in it. I hate that. Like, that's the only Star Wars movie I actively hate. Like, that movie's awful. That movie's terrible. Again, the show could be much better. I'm fully willing to believe people when they say that. but the movie was abysmal to get through. But yeah, my top 10 films of 2019, number 10, Knives Out, number 9, Jojo Rabbit, number 8, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, number 7, Midsommar, number 6, The Lion King, number 5, The Irishman, number 4, Parasite, number 3, 1917, number 2, Joker, and number 1, Avengers Endgame, which is really, it's really tough because Avengers Endgame and Joker really teeter on one another, because, like, Avengers Endgame is more of a decade-defining film, but Joker is also just such a strong movie, in my opinion. Hello, Mr. Hannahcast. Hello, Annie Rude. How are you? A New Hope does not stand up to modern standards. I know, dumb reason. Again, I don't know. I feel like as I've gotten older, I've gotten to appreciate and not be as harsh towards movies with that may have had dated visual effects or dated filmmaking styles, because at the time that was groundbreaking. So again, maybe you might appreciate a little bit more when you're older. I'm not sure. Who knows? Has lots of dialogue that doesn't matter, especially in the first hour. Oh, I completely disagree, especially with the groundwork of, like, how Obi-Wan Kenobi talks about the Force. Like, all that's really important, in my opinion. Jabba and Obi-Wan don't feel like needed in the story. Okay, yeah, well, no, not Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Kenobi absolutely needed to be in that movie. Jabba, I do agree, should not have been, like, because originally Jabba was not supposed to be in the movie. Jabba was not supposed to be in the movie originally. That's why the Greedo scene was there, because they felt, well, I mean, we don't really like what we're doing with, you know, we don't really like what we're doing with this Jabba character, so we're just gonna change that. But then in the special editions, they re-added Jabba, and it's a really shitty CG creature, and it's like, ew, what's this? And not only does it just not look good, it's completely redundant, because you already have the Greedo scene. The Greedo scene is right there and tells you all the information that Jabba tells him later on. So it's like, why do we need Jabba here? So it's like, pick one or the other. So I think it's just kind of, I feel like it's just kind of dumb. But still, I don't know, but still, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I thought, absolutely deserved it. Also, thank you, Movie Guy, for the super chat. My God, everyone, send blue, if you're a member of the channel, send Movie Guy some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks, Movie Guy. Do you have any favorite short films? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really watch a ton of short films. To be honest. And honestly, most of them would probably be like the animated short films that Disney would make. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but I saw this one clip from that Disney's John Henry one that they did. Like, if you remember, they did this one, like some of these like old American Tale, you know, animated shorts, and one of them was of John Henry, the steel driving man, which is like who is like a like kind of a bit of a tall tale legend here in West Virginia, and I remember really digging that. And and you know, if you don't know the story of John Henry, it's also a very tragic story, because, you know, because like, there's so many ways you can view it. There's so many ways you can view it in terms of, like, you know, it shows that, you know, the human spirit is stronger than any machine, but it's also showing, but you could also read into it as, like, you know, no matter how hard people try, and even if they are objectively better than machines at doing stuff, the fact of the matter is, we are mortal. And yeah, you know, the machine broke down, but the big companies could just make a new one, and it's kind of a sad message in a way, where it's like, you know, that basically the fear of overly automating culture can make it become a dystopia. And it's kind of like this new way of looking at John Henry, and it's like, I don't know. I remember that really sticking. I need to watch John Henry one of these days. I need to watch that John Henry animated short. Have you guys ever seen, have you guys ever seen that John Henry animated short? I think it was like 10 minutes long or something. But I remember really, I especially love the style that the animated short had. I love the animation style that it had. Oh, Andrew Garrett. Okay, so you have seen it. Oh yeah. It's great. It's great. I remember really liking it. John Henry. It used to be on a Lion King DVD I had. Ooh. Yeah, I thought it would maybe be like a theatrical, like it was probably attached to some theatrical film, but apparently it wasn't. It just went straight to DVD, which sucks because I remember it being so worthy of the Oscar for Best Animated Short. Like, it was just that good. Hey, also, Christian, you remember how bad the Astro Awards were this year? Oh, don't remind me. Multiple honorary awards, tech issues, bad jokes, weird nominations. Can you elaborate on some of this? No, I honestly don't want to elaborate on that, because that was just painful to sit through. That was absolutely miserable to sit through. The only reason why I just didn't end stream is because I was having a lot of fun with you guys in making fun of it, because genuinely one of the worst ceremonies I've ever seen for an awards show. It's just like probably the only one that was like some of the only ones that were like worse would be like this year's Razzie Awards, where they just completely relied on AI slop. Remember when they nominated a dog and then it won, and they also nominated Shakira? Wait, what? Huh? Also, thank you, Annie Rude, for the jewels. Oh no, it said the star. Thank you for the star. Fun fact, I slept during the Oscars. I specifically blacked out right after Sentimental Value won International Film. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Indy the dog for a horror performance and Shakira for voiceover performance. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And having seen Zootopia 2, that made no sense. Why? Why did they give Shakira the award? Actually, did they give her... Wait, no, I don't think she won the award, but she was nominated for it. It's like, why did they nominate Shakira for the award? Like, she was barely in the movie. Yo, Christian, how was your weekend? Not great. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my phone is just kind of... My phone's a little bit busted right now. But, yeah, like for some reason my phone the sound and vibrations on my phone don't really work anymore, and the sound really only works if I'm wearing headphones, so that's not great. So I was like, yeah. Oh, it's Arden Cho who won? Oh, alright. I can only stick around for a few minutes. I'm making tacos for the fam. Ooh, tacos! I need to make tacos! One of these days I need to get into making some tacos, because I like tacos. Yo, The Lion King ain't that good. Whoa! Hey, whoa. Wait, are you talking about the original or the animated? Oh, okay, well, they're both animated. The original or the remake? I mean, because I'm not. I could understand it if it's like, you know, this version, the remake, because everyone hates that version, but I don't. But like, if you hate the animated version, okay, the remake. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not surprised because this is a very hot take, but hey, I really like the Lion King remake. What can I say? Man, yeah, Once Upon a Studio was almost a TV show on Disney Plus, which would have been neat. I did not like Once Upon a Studio, to be honest. It felt so corporate and manipulative, and also just given how Disney treated, you know, actors and writers during the strikes, it was like, nah, that was just not a good time to, that was just not a good time to release that short. It left a bad taste in my mouth. So, yeah. I did not like Once Upon a Studio. But you know what they should do? They should do House of Mouse. They should bring back House of Mouse. And I gotta show you this. I feel like they should bring back House of Mouse, but you want to know how they should bring back House of Mouse? Get the guy who reimagined Paul Rudish, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this guy who just completely just overhauled Mickey Mouse to have it be so insane and crazy. Imagine House of Mouse being done like this. This would be that would be so funny if they did that. Like, honestly. Hello? 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 Okay, we might be back. We might be back. Hello? Hello? Are we back? Okay, where did I leave off? Where did it cut me off? Because I'm okay, tell me where. What the fuck is going on with this thing? Okay, where did I leave off? Where did I leave off with House of Mouse? Where did I leave off with House of Mouse? Okay, basically, if you guys don't remember House of Mouse, it was basically this funny idea where, like, all these, like, classic Disney, and, you know, Mickey and the gang, they were... Fucking Christ! God fucking damn it! Oh, hold... Are we going to restart the stream? I can't! There's nothing... I don't know what I can do about it! What is House of Mouse? House of... Is this just gonna have... Is this just going to have to be how it is? Like, why do I have to suffer like this? So basically, the House of Mouse is a diner where a bunch of Disney characters come in and they, you know, shoot the shit, they hang out. Mickey and the gang, they're servers. I think the guy who did the newer Mickey Mouse cartoons, I feel like he could make House of Mouse and it'd be really funny. Wait, can you not? Wait. Motherfucker! Motherfucker! God fucking damn it! Wait. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Alright. Everyone, please send hate mail and hate tweets to YouTube because I can't stand this. Genuinely, what is happening right now? Alright, you can hear me? Oh my god, this is absolutely miserable. My god, man. Also, I forgot I need to update the super chat goal because now we're 2/5 of the way there, and we're halfway there in terms of memberships. No, you think Blue Lab was trolling? No, no, even on my end, I saw that my microphone wasn't working for some reason. Blue Lab was not trolling. Blue Lab was not trolling. Even I saw that on my end when someone when they brought it up. You should start streaming on Twitch. But here's the problem with Twitch. Well, because here's the problem with Twitch. For one, I'm already monetized on YouTube. I'm already monetized here. I'm not monetized on Twitch. So that's a problem. And two, like, my audience is much stronger here on YouTube than it is on Twitch. So it's like, basically I have to start from the ground up on Twitch, which is not really, like... So it's kind of like, yeah, like, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm gonna crash out, bro. I will say, if anyone also wants to, you know, I'm thinking about probably getting a soda afterwards at work. No, not work, but like after the stream, I might want to get a soda, maybe one for my brother as well. If you want to support me, if you want to help me, you know, get one, like right after stream, you can always go to ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah, or if you're only able to do super chats and memberships, I mean, that works too, but the Ko-fi one, that's more immediate, so if you want to help me get a soda then, alright, but still. Never let the guy who did the modern Mickey Mouse stuff around Disney again. He made Goofy look like a fentanyl addict. No! I thought he was fun. He made Mickey Mouse funny. That's the thing. I never found Mickey Mouse to be that interesting or funny. He made Mickey Mouse funny. I think he did a great job. Oh my god, Movie Guy with the super chat. Everyone, give Movie Guy some blue Hannahcast heart emojis if you're a member of the channel. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks. Thanks, Movie Guy. Oh my god, thank you so much. What is the longest movie you have seen? Well, I mean, I'm going to be completely real here. It might actually be Zack Snyder's Justice League at 4 hours. Even though it's not really a theatrical release, so I don't know if you want me to count that. But, like, I guess that might be the longest movie I've seen. Hamlet at 4 hours and 2 minutes. I've not seen Hamlet. Zack Snyder's Justice League or Lord of the Rings Return of the King Extended. Zack Snyder's Justice League and The Brutalist for me. Oh, yeah, Brutalist is definitely up there for me. Yeah. For me, there was the 10 Commandments at 5 hours. Okay, I've not seen the 10 Commandments yet, so I can't say that. Brutalist. The Sound of Music from... Okay, Sound of Music. My Undesirable Friends for the 5-hour documentary. Oh, yeah, I have not seen that. Hamlet's an okay movie. Oh, alrighty. 6, 7, the movie. Actually, I don't even know why I have this up, but still. Or at least my headphones on, because I'm not... fun fact, I'm pretty sure that me and my mom are the only people who have watched the extended cuts of both Rebel Moons. Oh yeah, I never bothered. I don't know, you're probably not the only people, but like, you know. You're probably not the only people, but like, that was an example of like, the extended cuts adding absolutely nothing. Like, I would argue that the extended editions of Batman v Superman and Justice League did make the movies actively better. Like, there was crucial information that those movies didn't have in their theatrical cuts that were put into the extended editions. So, yeah, like, that was really well done. But, however, there was no... Even watching Rebel Moon and it's like... What? Like, they were already extremely long as is. It's like... Have you seen the Buzz Lightyear Star Command animated series? I have not. For me, it's Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, Once Upon a Time in America, The Brutalist, The Godfather 2, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King Extended, Avatar, Fire and Ash, Titanic, and Babylon. Ooh. Hey, it's Red Spice! Hi, Red Spice. Hi, Red Spice. Do you like to collect physical media? I like to, but like I've not really been able to do that for a while now. Because I don't have a 4K Blu-ray player, because I shit you not, every 4K Blu-ray player I've had, something always goes wrong when I play Warner Brothers movies. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I literally have bought multiple in the past, and they just didn't work. Those 4K Blu-ray players. So, like, I don't know which ones to get. I mean, granted, I can't really use any of them now, because we don't, I mean... But still, it's like, eh... Do you believe in the top 10 at the Oscars will be heavy in terms of blockbusters? I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be larger than usual, because I do think we're going to get Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey. I think Dune Part 3 is going to be a pretty decent bet, and Narnia. So that's already 4. I don't really feel like I can definitively say those are not getting nominated right now, because I don't have the evidence. I think it's wild how many people are predicting at least half. I mean, on paper it's wild, but hey, maybe that's just how that's just how the Oscars are next year. Maybe it is very blockbuster heavy. Does your TV have Dolby Vision? No, we do not. Oh, well, I used to have a 4K TV, but then it broke when we were moving here, so I don't really have a 4K TV. Plus, where we are, we could not fit one, because, like... Yeah, which I'm so sad, because that TV cost I used to have a 4K TV, it was like 65 inches, and back in 2020, when we bought it, it was like $400, and it was working so perfectly until we were moving it over here, we accidentally broke it. The screen was cracked, which maybe we could technically get the screen fixed. I don't know how expensive that would be, though. But even then, we would still have problems trying to move it up the stairs, because that's just, so I was really sad about that. I was really sad, because that was such a good TV. Now, we did recently get, like, you know, a 1080p 30-something inch TV, so there's that, but, so it can't really play 4K, sadly. Devil Wears Prada 2 gonna get any Oscar nods? I'm not gonna predict them. It just kind of seems like a sequel for the sake of sequel to me, but I don't know. If Michael gets good reviews, do you think it will get into Best Picture? Yes. If I'm wrong, and it actually turns out that people at least pretty well like Michael, then yeah, I will predict it for Best Picture. But it also has to be a big box office smash hit. It also has to do that. What's the Diane Warren slop song this year? Oh, well, let's just see. Let's just see what is the because I think, I right now I have, and I don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to happen like this, but I mean, like, might as well predict it. Hold on. Somewhere We All Belong from the Crystal Planet. Yeah. I don't know, maybe this is our Diane Warren slot of this year. I think Michael is going to be very well received. I mean, let's see, but I don't really trust Antoine Fuqua. I just don't. Sound, costume, makeup, maybe production, design, casting, supporting actress, actor, best picture, Coleman Domingo, I've heard is win-worthy. I don't know. It was a fan event. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Michael premiere was a fan event, so I'm not really gonna, like, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till the actual reviews come out, because, like, social media I mean, if we remember, you know, when social media reactions came out for Wicked for Good, they were saying, oh my god, this is fantastic. And then look what happened. It ended up getting no Oscar nominations whatsoever, so I'm gonna wait for the actual reviews to come out. If Michael is in picture, I could see Coleman being the frontrunner. I mean, that's fair. I mean, that is fair. Once you put Michael in Best Picture, I mean, if Michael does end up being a Best Picture film, then yeah, there's a lot of nominations it can get. I remember when Clayton Davis compared Emancipation to Schindler's List and said Fuqua was on par with Spielberg. Ooh. After the Hunt, early reviews loved it. Oh yeah, that is true, yeah. She is also making the music of a movie called Maserati, The Brothers. Maybe that happens. I don't know. Let's look at the Diane Warren slop. Where are the Diane Warren slop? Diane Warren, Untitled. Although I think right now I'm only going to count movies that we know will have songs, or for example, you know, okay, granted, we don't know that Toy Story 5 is going to have an original song, but there is good enough precedent that every single Toy Story movie has been nominated for Best Original Song, so there is that. What the hell? Thank you so much, whoever, 6'7". What the hell? I need to check this out. Thank you very much, 6'7", for the Ko-Fi donation. What? Jesus Christ! Thank you so much! What the fuck? I just said a soda! What the hell? They sent me... I mean, obviously it's not... It didn't end up being 67 because Ko-Fi took a chunk out of that, but $60? What the fuck? Thank you so much, whoever that was. I guess it was from 6'7", so thank you, 6'7". What the hell? You're crazy, 6'7". You're crazy for that. My god, thank you so much. Why would Coleman Domingo be the frontrunner? I mean, he could be the frontrunner if... Like, he could be the frontrunner if Michael's, like, real... Like, again, if the film is in Best Picture, then you have to at least consider that Coleman Domingo could win. But still, I forgot. Thanks, 6'7". Thanks, 6'7". Everyone, I guess you gotta send 6'7" some blue Hannahcast heart emojis, even though we do not know who 6'7" is. let's see. Won't happen, but Spider-Man Brand New Day in costumes? Well, I mean, you already just said it. It's not gonna happen. I don't really see Spider-Man Brand New Day in costumes. Superhero movies don't get costume nominations, really. I mean, to my knowledge, in terms of, like, comic book movies with costume design nominations, the only ones that I could think of that actually did happen were Black Panther and Joker, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That might be it. I don't think anyone else got a nomination. Coleman Domingo would be on his third nomination. He is older and he could be considered overdue for the award. I mean, again, that only works if Michael's in Best Picture. Because you gotta keep in mind, narratives only really work. Narratives only really work when the film is somewhat strong. Black Panther won both times. I mean, yeah, but to be fair, I did say Black Panther did get nominated. Doctor Strange it actually didn't. Doctor Strange did not get a costume design nomination. It might have at the BAFTAs, maybe the BAFTAs, or if it was production design, I'm not sure, but it wasn't the Oscars. At the Oscars, it only got visual effects. Do you think Coleman could get nominated if Michael isn't in Best Picture and Jafar isn't an actor? Nope. Assuming the performance is good and the movie isn't the worst thing ever. But here's the problem. The strength of the movie does matter, especially in recent years. Like, the strength of the movie itself really does matter. And especially this early in the year, this early in the year, it's probably not gonna be, it would not be great if Michael was not in Best Picture, and if Coleman Domingo wanted to get some, like an Oscar nomination for Michael, so yeah. Superhero films should get more love, to be honest. I'm glad stunts will be a category soon. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm really interested in how stunts is gonna change the landscape for what movies can get nominated. And I do think there are some comic book movies I would have given some costume design nominations to. Like, I think Man of Steel deserved a costume design nomination. The Dark Knight I would have given a costume design nomination. What else? Doctor Strange I think would have been a solid costume design nomination. The Batman, I think the Batman would have made a good costume design nomination. So yeah, Coleman the Batman should have gotten costumes. I agree. Coleman is strong on his own and well liked. Not always though. He's not always strong on his own. I mean, he was nominated 2 times, but it's also like, I don't know. I think he was probably in something last year and he didn't get a nomination, so I don't know. And he didn't get nominated for The Color Purple. How many noms did The Dark Knight even get? I think he got 8. Let me look it up. Because I'm pretty sure The Dark Knight. Let's see. Oh my god. Okay, I need to change the search engine of this thing because I do not want to use Yahoo. I want to use Google. Why can't I just use Google? No, I said what? I literally said... Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Let's see, The Dark Knight. Let me look up and see how many nominations The Dark Knight got. Reception, accolades. Okay, it was nominated for 8 Oscars. It won Best Supporting Actor and Best Sound Editing. It was nominated for Best Sound Mixing, which I think it lost to Slumdog Millionaire. Visual Effects, which it lost to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Best Makeup, which it lost to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Best Film Editing, I'm not sure what it lost to, but I would not be surprised if it lost to Slumdog Millionaire. Actually, I could just probably click it right here. Let's see. Yeah. Heath Ledger won Best Supporting Actor. What was it? Sound Editing, yep, it went to The Dark Knight. Sound Mixing, it went to Slumdog Millionaire, but The Dark Knight was nominated. Art Direction or Production Design, The Dark Knight was nominated, but it lost to Benjamin Button. Cinematography, Dark Knight was nominated, but it lost to Slumdog Millionaire. Makeup and Visual Effects, it was nominated for both of those, but it lost to Benjamin Button. And Film Editing, it lost to Slumdog Millionaire, so yeah. Damn, Benjamin Button and Slumdog dominated that year. Yeah. While Dev Patel wasn't nominated. Yeah, that's very weird that, like, Slumdog Millionaire won 8 Oscars, including Best Picture, and yet Dev Patel just didn't get a lead actor nomination. That's insane to me. That's crazy. I genuinely think Willem Dafoe should have won the Oscar for Spider-Man. I don't agree, because I feel like Sam Raimi didn't really do him much justice. Like, I feel like he told... I feel like he had Willem Dafoe be a little bit too over the top and or like too cartoonishly crazy. I feel like Willem Dafoe's performance in Spider-Man No Way Home was better, because he like the direction of that, it was like, okay, now he could be a lot more sinister. Wasn't The Dark Knight Best Picture snub the reason why they expanded the Best Picture lineup starting the next year? Part of the reason why, yeah. It was partly that and partly WALL-E. It was probably also some other things, but still. Also, what do you think of this Best Picture snub? I mean, The Dark Knight not getting nominated for Best Picture is ridiculous, especially when you look back and... I mean, granted, like, the Oscars are always, like, a capsule in time. So it's like, I know we always go like, oh, but this film's not as remembered as this. But it's also just like, well, I mean, it is a capsule in time. We don't really know how memorable a film was going to be years down the line. But still, The Dark Knight is so groundbreaking, and it was like so revolutionary in terms of film. It's just insane that it didn't get nominated. It would have easily made Best Picture. It would have easily made Best Picture in a year of 10. Like, so easily, in fact. I think especially considering The Dark Knight was nominated for PGA, DGA, and WGA. Like, okay, WGA you could maybe go, alright, yeah. But PGA, for a PGA 5, is pretty strong of an argument for a Best Picture 10. But DGA, Directors Guild, Christopher Nolan getting nominated for the Directors Guild Award for The Dark Knight? Like, The Dark Knight was probably number 6, to be honest. Which lineup is better, MCU from 2008 to 2018 or Pixar from 1995 to 2011? Well, to be fair, it's kind of hard to say because, like, you know, Pixar hadn't been making... to my knowledge, Pixar hadn't been making as many movies as the MCU did. But overall, I guess Pixar has the better movies, so maybe that. Whoa! Mainline Productions has a really hot take. Mainline Productions says, I hate The Dark Knight, and I love the other two films. The problem is that nonsensical ending that just ruined the entire film for me. Nonsensical? What? That's crazy. Like, the ending of The Dark Knight makes perfect sense. And I think, like, it's the perfect ending that film should have had. What? Where did The Dark Knight get nominated and won in other ceremonies? Well, let's check it out, shall we? Let's check out the BAFTAs. At the BAFTAs, it only won Best Supporting Actor for Heath Ledger. It was nominated for some of the other awards that it got nominated for at the Oscars, which included cinematography, editing, makeup and hairstyling, production design, sound, and visual effects. But it also got a couple of other nominations. Best Score and Best Costume Design. That's cool. I think that's really cool. Critics' Choice Awards, it got nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, which it won, Best Acting Ensemble, Best Composer, and it won Best Action Movie, which is not shocking at all. And at the Golden Globe Awards, it was only nominated for Heath Ledger for Supporting Actor, which of course it won. We can't see the chat overlaid on the stream as you're answering them. Well, I mean, I did say this at the beginning of the stream, Annie Rude. You know, like I did mention this. I'm having problems with YouTube and everything today. Joey Herrera says, "I like The Dark Knight, but it's overrated." Man, what is with this? What is with Gen Z and hating the dark or saying that The Dark Knight's overrated? I don't think it's overrated at all. I think it's like the peak of superhero movies. Like, it's fantastic. So the Dark Knight kind of didn't do exactly the best everywhere, I guess, or am I wrong? Like, I think people really started thinking it could get nominated for Best Picture once it got PGA, WGA, and DGA. Because it's like, that's a really strong combo to have. It's just kind of strange how it just missed Best Picture of all things. Let's see. Will Doomsday get any non-VFX love? Probably not. It's only going to get nominated for visual effects, I would assume. Do you think we will ever see an animated film get nominated for Best Picture again? Ever is a long time, so yes, I do think it will one of these days. So, one of these days, sure, but I don't know when. Animated feature predictions. This is what I have. Oh, Hexed. Oh, I could just take this way down. Way down. So, yeah, because apparently, like, it's very strange because we're hearing conflicting reports, but I know that one of the directors of the film either is or was the director of Wish, which is not great, and the other one did Moana 2, which again is not great. So, that tells me Hexed is dead in Best Picture. It is absolutely dead. It cannot work. So yeah, I'm not going to predict Hexed for Best Animated Feature. That is just not happening. The filmmakers are just way too bad. I'm predicting Toy Story 5, Wildwood, Hoppers, Forgotten Island, and Shaun the Sheep, the Beast of Mossy Bottom. I just don't, I mean, Julian could maybe happen. I Am Frank Kilda, maybe I could look out for that. But right now, I can't really doubt any of these, especially since we know Hoppers is going to get nominated. And apparently people seem to be loving Forgotten Island. And there is, and plus with Forgotten Island, it is from the director of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So that's very good reason to believe it'll be nominated. Shaun the Sheep, I mean, the previous two got nominated, so why not predict this one? Wildwood, I mean, that's going to be very strong. Perhaps Laika's crowning achievement. And then Toy Story 5, I mean, it's Toy Story. So it's like, yeah, this might just be a very easy 5 for the rest of the year. Very easy 5, to be honest. Movie Guy says, The Dark Knight is my 215th favorite film of all time. That's very specific. The Dark Knight is, for me, number 2. For me, it's my number 2 favorite movie of all time. The elephant in the room being the comments on the canceled Befree. Ugh. Number 2, yeah. The Dark Knight is my number 2 favorite film of all time. Number 1 is number 1 is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park at number 1. Why? Because it does everything a movie should do. I think Jurassic Park is kind of the pinnacle of what every movie should be. It's exceptionally well directed, exceptionally written, exceptionally acted. The visual effects were phenomenal for the time, incredible production value, and it has really good themes that even for back then, you know, it was taking doing some things that weren't really done. Like, for example, the evil Billy, John Hammond isn't just the evil billionaire. Like, he actually does have a conscience. So I love that. Oh, another hot take. The first Jurassic Park is just not that good for me. No, The Dark Knight's perfect. It's perfect. The second one is excellent. I mean, I do really like The Lost World. The Lost World's really good, but I do have some issues with that. And ironically enough, it's kind of like what I just said was a great thing about the last film, but you know, the billionaire or the billionaire in The Lost World, you know, he actually was the villain, and I thought that was just like, oh, okay, so they just saved the cliched villain for the next film. Jurassic Park is my 109th favorite film. Oh, alrighty. Have you seen any of the Hey Arnold movies? I've seen Hey Arnold the Jungle movie. I've seen that. Which I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it wrapped too clean of a bow on everything. I was like, really? Like, we're doing this with Hey Arnold the Jungle movie? Like, 'cause if you don't know the movie, like, the way it ends, it's just kind of like, really? Like, everything is just in a neat little bow. Why? Like, why? Like, I don't know. It felt very fan fiction-y, to be honest, to me. Gotta go now. Bye, Leo Tennyson. Bye, Leo Tennyson. What do you think were the most recent Jurassic Park World movies that only got nominated for visual effects at the Oscars? Oh, you're talking about... Okay, so you're asking what I think of Jurassic World Rebirth getting nominated for visual effects at the Oscars? I mean, look, I don't like the movie. Jurassic World Rebirth, I think, sucks. But I thought it did deserve it. At first, I was really surprised. I was like, really? They're doing the dinosaur thing again? Because they haven't since the Lost World. But apparently, looking deeper into the visual effects, they actually... There was a lot of visual effects that wasn't just the dinosaurs. I mean, which should be obvious, but it's like, you know, the water was really well done. There was, there was just a lot of very invisible effects in the film that should not have been invisible. So I'd say, like, that was a very deserved nom. And again, I always like it when they nominate a movie that's not good, or they take a movie that's just not good and they nominate it for a category just because it did well in a certain craft. I do like that. I like it when the Oscars do that. Oh, about the movie in general? Oh, okay. Jurassic World Rebirth, yeah, that movie sucked. I really did not like Jurassic World Rebirth. Like, I thought it would be good because Gareth Edwards was directing it. I thought it would be good. But sadly, it's just not good. Like, sadly, what happened was that, you know, was that the writing was still the absolute worst. The moment I saw that stupid Snickers bar wrapper, I was like, oh my god, like, this is gonna be how everything gets fucked up, isn't it? And then exactly that's how things got fucked up. And it was just stupid decision after stupid decision. The characters aren't characters, they are just dumbasses that just do the dumbest things imaginable to move to make the next scary thing happen. It was ridiculous. I could not believe how stupid it was. And it's a real shame because I thought it would be good this time. Damn it. It was just, I want a Jurassic Park movie in the style of Prey. I don't care what it is. Just give me a good one. Like, surely they have better ideas and better characters than what we're getting right now. Like, I don't care if it's generic. Just give me something decent. Just give me, like, characters that don't act like stupid people. That aren't the biggest idiots imaginable. Have you seen Meg with Jason Statham? Oh, The Meg. Oh, The Meg. No, I have not. I mean, I've seen some clips and whatnot. I don't know. Jason Statham action film with a megalodon, it's just not very interesting to me, to be honest. It's just like, because when I first heard of the Meg book, I thought it was kind of interesting. All right, like a bit of a horror film about, or like a horror story about, instead of a regular shark, there's a megalodon. And people are like, okay, what do we gotta do about this thing? Like, what the fuck? That sounds cool, but the fact that they just made it into like a Jason Statham action movie, I was like, man, we could have had something interesting here. Also, Jurassic Park movie in thousands or million years in the future. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Joey Herrera. I'm sorry. What if an animated movie were to get nominated for Best Picture and the animated feature at the Oscars? Wait, what if animated movie were to get nominated for Best Picture and the animated feature at the Oscars? That's happened twice. Up and Toy Story 3 were both nominated for Best Animated Feature and Best Picture. So, that has happened before. Jurassic Park movie like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't really know how you do that, because it's like, with Planet of the Apes, it's like the humans were like specifically, like, they were specifically like wiped out through a virus and whatnot. I just, no. I don't know. I don't really know what these two have to have in common, to be honest. I'm kind of confused, so, No, I meant, what if an animated movie were to get a Best Picture nomination, but not a Best Animated Feature nomination? I don't see how in the world that would ever happen. That would be crazy. That would be that would probably be one of the craziest things the Oscars ever did. Because, like, how does that even happen? It's not possible, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, like, I just don't know how that ever happens. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Apparently we got some movie news. Stephen Caple Jr., who directed Creed 2, will direct I Am Legend 2. That's awesome. Yo, wait. Movie guy with the super chat. Thank you so much. Hold the phone there, buddy. Let me just update this. Everyone, give Movie Guy, if you're a member of the channel, give Movie Guy some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks, Movie Guy. What are your favorite films of the 80s? Ooh, that's actually a good question. Let's take a look, shall we? Actually, I'll go. Ooh. Let me look at my films. Let's see. Favorite films of the 80s. 80s. The Shining might actually be my favorite film of the 80s. Like, it's in my top 10 films of all time. I love The Shining. Love The Shining so much. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, I thought was fantastic. Love that. Aliens, I love Aliens. David Cronenberg's The Fly, I think that's great. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that's a classic. I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Maybe my top 20 favorite films of all time. I love that film. Oh yeah, Raging Bull, that was great. Empire Strikes Back, that was great. A Christmas Story, that was great. Beetlejuice is great. I mean, there were some great films in the 80s. Some really great films in the 80s. Movie Guy says mine are E.T., Raging Bull, and My Dinner with Andre. I've not seen My Dinner with Andre, but I've not seen E.T. in a very long time, so I can't really judge. I do love Raging Bull, though. Raging Bull is amazing. What's so good about The Shining? Everything is great about The Shining. Everything. The Shining is like peak cinema. I absolutely love The Shining. It has great writing, great directing, great performances. And it's just all around a stellar film. Didn't Aliens release in 1979? No, Alien released in 1979. Aliens came out in 1986. Driving Miss Daisy. I've not seen Driving Miss Daisy. Who even directed The Shining? Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick directed The Shining. Full Metal Jacket. I don't know if I've seen Full Metal Jacket. I don't think I have. Underrated films from the 80s, like The Fox and the Hound. I've not seen The Fox and the Hound in ages, so I can't say. So Aliens is the sequel to Alien. Yes. Ferris Bueller is in my top 10. I've not seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, actually. I have not seen that. Also, Marvel Studios is apparently returning to Comic-Con this year, meaning we might actually get like a new slate of what's to come in what was it? Phase 7, I think. So we might actually get a look, which I think they're probably going to announce that there's a new X-Men movie and announce the lineup and cast and everything. So yeah. Do you like Alien or Aliens better? Okay, to be fair, I've not seen Alien in God knows how long. Right now I'll say Aliens, but I do need to rewatch Alien one of these days. I remember kind of liking Fox and the Hound. I remember liking it. I don't remember, again, I've just not seen... I've not seen that movie in a long time. Maybe more Doomsday News too. Oh, we're probably going to get like a trailer for that, to be honest. We're probably going to get a trailer. I'm just really excited to see, like, we're probably going to get, you know how, Marvel used to do those, like, remember when they did this? When they did this stuff over at Comic-Con? Like, I hope we get this for the next phase of the MCU. Like, for Phase 7. Which, goddamn, that's crazy that, like, this is what Phase 4 was going to look like in, without COVID. Damn. But still, I think we're probably going to, like, well, some of the ones I think we are going to get. I think we're going to get the announcement of X-Men. Probably some news on Black Panther. We're probably going to get Black Panther 3. Actually, what movies do you think are going to be part of the MCU Phase 8? No, Phase 7, when they announce that. If they announce a lineup like this, what do you think they're going to do? Because I think they're probably. I didn't see them reveal Phase 7 when Doomsday is coming. Oh, you don't see... Oh, wait. So you're saying you don't see them reveal Phase 7 when Doomsday is coming. Well, they could, because if you remember, they did announce, like, way back at, like... Let's see. Phase 3. If you remember... They did actually do this before, like, a couple years before, like, this would not be out of the ordinary, because if you remember, they announced Phase 3 of the MCU, which would have started in 2016. They announced this in the fall of 2014. So this was like a couple of years away. So they could just announce Phase 7. They could just announce Phase 7 after, like, they could just announce Phase 7, like, during Comic-Con. They definitely could. Now that you've collabed with Cole, the Oscar expert, who is the next person you really want to collab with for the first time? For the first time? I guess Matt Neglia from Next Best Picture. Maybe him. Please, Matt Neglia. Remember when they announced the Inhumans movie? Yeah, I remember. I think that was... yeah, because if I remember, this was still when Ike Perlmutter was in charge of Marvel in general, before Kevin Feige was made the head of Marvel... before Marvel Studios was put into... Before Marvel Studios was put into... its own, like, as its own studio under the Disney Film division, if I'm not mistaken. And Ike Perlmutter did not, who was in charge of Marvel at the time, like in charge of Marvel, the parent, like the Marvel, not Marvel Studios, but Marvel. Ike Perlmutter was notorious for not getting along with Kevin Feige that well, because it was actually like he was the reason. Ike Perlmutter was the reason why we didn't get Black Panther or any female superhero movies out earlier, because he said that they were bad for the box office, and pointed to movies like Catwoman, Supergirl, and Steel as reasons why black people and women were not big box office draws for superhero films, which that doesn't make any sense because those movies sucked. So there's that. And another thing he was notorious for, he was really salty at Fox for having the rights to the X-Men. So what he tried to do is that he tried to just do away with the X-Men and try to replace them with the Inhumans, which everyone just said this is basically just X-Men. Who gives a shit? And no one cared about Inhumans. And I guess like he tried to have this Inhumans movie made, but then when, you know, Marvel Studios was put under the Disney Film division instead of the Marvel division, Kevin Feige went, okay, well, we're gonna just retool Inhumans, make it a TV show. We're not going to make this a movie. We're not going to connect it to the MCU. Not really. And, like, so basically, that's kind of like how it went. I'm back. What is happening? Oh, hello. I'm just talking about some movie news that's going on right now. Like, apparently, Marvel Studios will be at San Diego Comic-Con this year, which makes me hope that we're going to get another little, you know, one of these things where they announce, you know, what like their big movies that are coming out. I hope we get this. I hope they do something like this, because this would be really sick. This would be really cool. Hot take. Superhero films are so overloaded. I'd say that's more of a lukewarm take. I mean, there are a lot of people that have that same sentiment. I don't really have that sentiment, because I feel like the reason why they feel so overloaded is because a lot of them are just not very good. Like, if they were all fantastic, I don't think anyone would be complaining. I really don't. But it's like, when you have stuff like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Secret Invasion, The Marvels, and Captain America Brave New World. Of course everyone's going to hate that. Of course people are going to get tired of comic book movies. What are the specs of your PC? I don't know. I just know they're not very good. It's a very weak computer. It's not a very strong computer at all. But yeah, when Marvel Studios is going to Comic-Con this year, I really, really do hope that, I hope we do get, like, another big announcement like this. Because I think we're going to get, you know, actually, you know what? What are some movies that could be in Phase 7? I mean, I know this is just kind of what people are... Because I think we're going to get... Well, we're going to get a new X-Men movie. We're going to get X-Men, so we know that. We're probably going to get a Fantastic Four sequel. We're probably going to get Black Panther 3. We gotta get Doctor Strange 2. Like, we gotta close up that book. Like, again, who knows? I want to see Nova. I don't know. Nova's not really too much of a priority for me. Very weak computer. Are you running Windows? Yes. The reason why I say it's very weak is because I've had this computer since 2021. So, like, and that's kind of it. Ooh. So this is what we're kind of looking at with DC. All right. I wish whoever made this probably would, you know, separate what is a movie and what, no, not movie, but like would separate what is part of the DCU and what is Elseworlds. But still, I want to see James Gunn do the same thing. What do you mean? Because right now he's kind of got his hands full on DC right now. That's like half a decade old. Yeah, it's not too old. I have a laptop from 2022, which I'm currently waiting on some parts so I can upgrade some components on my laptop. Ooh. Yeah, that's the other problem. It's like, you know, right now is probably the worst time to be looking for new computer parts because the AI bros have just taken everything and they're making everything more expensive, which I hate. Ah! Practical Magic 2. I've not even seen Practical Magic 1. So... Oh my god, Movie Guy! Oh! Thank you so much, Movie Guy, for the super chat. Holy crap, Lois. Hold on, yeah. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks, Movie Guy. Everyone, give Blue Hannahcast heart. If you're a member of the channel, give Blue Hannahcast heart emojis to Movie Guy. We want to send love to those who support the channel. What movie do you recommend I watch tonight? Well, I'm not sure what movies you've caught up on, so I'm not sure, because even I'm not caught up on a lot of movies. Let's see. Let's go with a random 10 out of 10 for me. Let's see. Ooh! This is one that's really underrated. The Tigger movie. People need to be watching the Tigger movie. That movie's fantastic. Hold on. Ooh, letterbox extras. I gotta add that to, okay. Here we go. Yeah, the Tigger movie. I think you should watch the Tigger movie. This movie is fantastic. Arguably the best animated film ever made. I think it is absolutely lovely. I think it is an absolutely wonderful film. Very underrated in my opinion. What's so great about the Tigger movie? Everything! It has a great story, it has great characters, it has wonderful music. The art style is also fantastic. Like, you see the stripes on Tigger? See how like there's like little stripes in there? Between each frame, those little stripes are always moving. It's like, it feels so tangible. It sounds so, it's such a tangible looking animated film. And Charlie and the the Tigger movie, you definitely gave a 10 out of 10. And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yep, I proudly give Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Tim Burton film, a 10 out of 10. So yeah. One channel I recommend is the Light Force podcast. I think you will enjoy. They talk about Marvel and Star Wars. I mean, maybe, who knows, one of these days. There's one person I definitely would recommend when it comes to comic book movies, and it's Andy M. Lee. I feel like he's very good at talking about comic book characters and comic book media, because even though he is like a big comics reader and a big comic guy, he is willing to say like, hey, look, not everything needs to be comic accurate. You know, sometimes some things work in a movie and some things work in a comic. So it's like, yeah, I do like that he has that attitude. I feel like that's what separates him from a lot of other like comic book people on YouTube. Tigger is a great character. I agree, he's great. Also, you might not have seen this earlier, but favorite Disney movie era. See, that's tough because I don't really go, but like Disney's such a broad thing. And also, I've not seen a lot of Disney movies from other eras. Like, I've seen some movies from some eras, but it's also just like, it's such a strange thing. So I don't know. Probably, I don't know if I can tell you what my favorite era of Disney is. They just kind of come in waves, you know. What other news could there be? Also, ooh, we might get a trailer for Clayface on Wednesday. Ooh! I'm excited. We're gonna get guys. We're gonna get a trailer for Clayface on Wednesday. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Clayface. Like, you have no idea how excited I am for Clayface. Now, again, keep in mind, a lot of this, like, none of this is, like, official work from the movie. Obviously, there's some set photos and whatnot. But, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this Clayface movie. What's exciting for Clayface? Everything! It's a body horror movie set in the DCU. That's crazy. Like, they're just going full-on body horror with this? Like, that sounds really, really cool to me. Like, it's such a unique idea for a comic book movie, like, character. And it's just like, I want to see that. Like, this is a great idea. And the fact that we could be getting a Clayface movie, a trailer, like, tomorrow is awesome. Well, then, out of all Disney movies you've seen, which one's your favorite? Also, what is Clayface? My favorite Disney film of all time, probably either the Tigger movie or the Lion King, one of those two. But who or what is Clayface? Okay, well, there's many different versions of Clayface in the comics, but basically, this version of Clayface is an actor, and this actor, you know, this actor, he takes this bit of an experimental thing, which basically allows him to transform his face or body into literally anything. But it starts to go wrong, and he starts disintegrating into this clay creature monster. And I've heard what people said. People are saying, well, doesn't that sound a lot like The Substance? But The Substance, like, here's the thing about The Substance. This origin for Clayface was around for the longest time. Like, in fact, this has some big inspirations from Batman the Animated Series. So really, The Substance got this idea from Clayface, really. He's the first villain in the Lego Batman video game. Really? He's the first villain? Oh, I didn't know that. But still, because of how unique this idea is, the fact that they are just going all the way with a body horror movie as, like, the third film in the DCU, that's cool. How much longer are you going to stream? Probably for about 10 minutes or so. To be honest, because I probably for about 10 minutes. What? But yeah, I want to see the trailer for Digger. I mean, I'm interested in that, but I'm not gonna lie. Something about Clayface, I'm just so excited for this. This just sounds cool. The first boss fight in the whole game where there are 15 hero missions, and he's the first villain you fight and defeat. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I remember playing the first Lego Batman on the DSi, but it's like, but you know, I didn't know that I didn't remember that you know, that he was the first villain you defeated. So that's cool. Ooh, Marvel Studios plans to be part of D23 this summer. Oh boy, looks like we're gonna get a lot of Marvel Studios news. I'm not familiar with the DS version. It's radically different from all the other versions. PS2, PSP, Wii, PS3, 360. Wait, really? It is radically different? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I only played the DS version. I remember it being a lot of fun. How would you feel if you won an Oscar? I mean, I'd be really happy. Oh my god, you would not, like, I'm not sure what it would be for, but it's like, you know, I definitely have to think about, like, you know, what my speech would be and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, yeah. I will say, guys, like, can we hit 10 memberships? Can we actually hit the $10 mark? Or not $10 mark, but like can we hit 10 memberships? Like, all we need is 5 more. Even if just 5 people become a member, like, we will hit that goal for today. I mean, this stream's already like a big success either way, so I'm happy, but still. The DS was just not powerful enough to handle that big of a game, so they just did their own little thing. Oh, okay. Could you see Jack Black doing any Oscar-y roles? Yeah, I think he does have the talent. He just needs the right role. He just needs to be in the right movie and the right role. Oh my god, Movie Guy with the 5 gifted memberships. My god, Movie Guy, thank you so much. Hold on, let me just, everyone, if you're a member of the channel, give Movie Guy some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks, Movie Guy. My god. We did it. We hit. Oh. We actually did hit the membership goal. Hooray! This stream actually was a big success. Thank you guys so much. Anaconda is not that good. I've not seen Anaconda in a while, but oh wait, are you talking about like the new Anaconda or the original Anaconda? I've not seen the new Anaconda, but I remember thinking the original Anaconda was not that great. But you still need 2 more super chats. Wait. Do I need 2 more super chats? I'm not exactly sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, wait. Technically, I did hit 5 super chats. I actually did. Okay, so yeah, no, I did. So we did it. Because I was looking at it, it's like, wait, no, I just forgot to put up. I really would. I need to find out if there's a thing where I could, like. I really wish YouTube would be like Twitch and have, like, you know, super chat and membership counters or something like that. I need to figure out how I could do that for YouTube memberships and YouTube super chats. But still, we did hit both goals. Thank you so much to Movie Guy and what is it? Red Spice and everyone else who's been supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. But yeah, let's see what else is there before we head off. Like, what else could we talk about? Also, apparently, Man of Tomorrow is apparently Man of Tomorrow is starting production today. They're starting filming. Upcoming movies? I need to, even though it has been out, I need to watch Project Hail Mary. I really need to watch Project Hail Mary. I've been slacking on that. What's the next possible awards movie that you will see? Oh yeah, Project Hail Mary. Yeah, Project Hail Mary's definitely got to be one of those. I am kind of thinking of seeing the movie, but I don't know if I'll have the time to. Here's the thing, I have time to see these movies, but I don't know why I haven't been seeing these movies. I just don't know why. I need to get myself to get motivated, get up early, start being active and whatnot. I don't know why I've just been so unmotivated in the mornings and stuff. I need to actually just get on up in there. Like, I would like to take a shower, but for some reason we don't have water on, which is really dumb. At least as far as I know. I mean, granted, I've not checked in 2 hours, so maybe things have changed. I don't know, but like, I would like to take a shower. I've seen the list of upcoming movies in 2025, but missed Project Hail Mary. Ah, damn. Also, I gotta let you guys know, new video coming tomorrow. This week, I'm really gonna try to lock in on some videos because I need to put out videos for, you know, my best director and best original screenplay and best adapted screenplay predictions. I need to do my acting. So that video is coming out tomorrow. I also gotta do a video on I need to do a video on the I need to do a video on the top. No. What was it? I need to do my Oscar predictions for the acting categories, and I also gotta do my Oscar predictions for the below the line categories. I really gotta lock in. Hope your acting predictions have some diversity. I mean, look, it's not about me wanting to snub certain people. It'll be boring if it's the consensus on award expert. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm just trying to be right. And again, this year, I just don't know. We'll have to see. Again, keep in mind, whenever I predict things, it's not out of hope. I try not to hope dict. You know what I mean? I try not to hope dict. Are you going to Cannes? Lots of other pundits are. Oh, definitely not. I could never have the money to go to Cannes. Absolutely not. I would love to, but I don't have. I do not have the funds to get to Cannes. That would require thousands of dollars. That would require thousands of dollars, and I just don't have that. That's just not possible for me. I get you, Hannah. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, look, I hope we do get a lot of good, diverse performances and stuff. I hope we do. I mean, let's hope. Do you think Project Hail Mary can win Best Picture? I mean, it could, but do I think it will? No. It is kind of screaming The Martian to me. It is kind of screaming The Martian. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, it does. I just don't see it winning Best Picture. I especially don't think it's going to have the same kind of hype that Sinners had. Because, like, Sinners was like a legendary kind of contender. It broke the record for the most Oscar nominations ever. And the only reason why it didn't win Best Picture was because one mid after another came out the same year. I have Wild Horse 9 winning Best Picture. Same. I do too. It just kind of feels like right now the thing that makes the most sense to me right now. Isn't Project Hail Mary from the same author as The Martian, actually? Yeah. McDonough is overdue. Even though he does have an Oscar, it's for a short film. This could be his Nolan PTA moment. Maybe. I mean, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and The Banshees of Inisherin were pretty close to winning Best Picture. And now people are saying, what? Like Banshees of Inisherin was close? I mean, yeah, because it was number 2 in a ton of categories. It was number 2 for original screenplay. It was number 2 for supporting actor, Barry Keoghan. Number 2 for supporting actress, probably, for Carrie Condon. And it was probably number 2 for Best Picture, to be honest. It was probably number 2. I could see Fjord and Digger being big. I could see them being moderately big, but I don't think they're going to be like Best Picture. I don't think they're going to be Best Picture winning big, especially not Fjord. I don't think Fjord's going to be that. Yes, and you could argue There Will Be Blood was closer to Best Picture, so PTA and McDonough may have many parallels. Maybe. Well, I don't know. There Will Be Blood. It didn't really do. It did not do very well at the Golden Globes, to be honest. And like, I don't know. It was one of those movies where like people didn't really know what to make of it, I think. Or like it wasn't like it like, I don't know. Do you think Fatherland is coming out this year? Well, I mean, it's releasing at Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival, so I have to assume maybe. Fjord is a very tough subject. It depends on if they follow the real-life case or if they just make stuff up for drama. I mean, the other thing is that, like, international films don't really win Best Picture. And yes, there was Parasite, but Parasite, like, that had a whole sweep up, like some sort of, like, big, like, passionate response to it in getting it to win Best Picture. I don't know if that's going to happen for Fjord. Mutant Mayhem should have gotten nominated for Best Animated Feature somewhere. I agree. It should have been nominated over Elemental. I swear to God, if you swap out Elemental and you put in Mutant Mayhem, it would have literally been a perfect lineup. It would have been so perfect. But no, they just said, no, we don't care about Turtles. We only care about one of the worst Pixar movies ever made. Whoa, Elemental has fans, and I'm all one of them. Haha. They're boring. I don't know. I was not really a big fan of Elemental. Oh, Red Spice says, I love Elemental. It's Pixar's first romance. No, it's not. Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, that's a romance. What? I guess you could argue there's a little bit of a romance going on in A Bug's Life, but it's also, yeah, the Elements animation was very good, but the animation doesn't really save for a pretty generic and lame script, in my opinion. Shrek 5 getting the nomination at the 2028 Oscars. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I have to see more out of Shrek 5. Do you think Look Back is still a thing for international? I'd still say look out for it, sure. Yeah, definitely look out for it. I'm not sure if it's going to be a thing. It's weird that it wasn't at Cannes. That is weird, but, I mean, maybe it could still happen. Minions and Monster. No, it's not Minions versus Monsters. It's Minions and Monsters, Red Spice. We'll make $2 billion and make the 5. No! It looks better than Rise of Gru. I just don't give a shit about Despicable Me or Minions anymore. Like, my God, they're still trying to milk that thing for all it's worth. What was it? Turning Red deserved a theatrical release. I agree. Turning Red was great. I loved Turning Red. Luca was so bad. I don't know if it was like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very good either. It was just very, again, very generic. It wasn't really inspiring at all. Just like, eh. Onward was rough too. I like Onward, especially the end. I really do like the end of Onward, but I wouldn't consider that one of Pixar's best. Cars 3 is probably Pixar's worst third movie. I mean, I guess technically, but like, aren't Toy Story and Cars 3, or aren't Toy Story and Cars the only films that Pixar has to actually currently have 3 installments? If the Beatles movie was only one movie, do you think it could have been an awards contender? Yes, I do. Yes. If it was one movie, yes. I think that's Lion King 1.5 beats most 2020s Pixar. Oh, you're not gonna like this, Red Spice. I don't like Lion King 1.5 that much. I thought it was just rather unnecessary and just kind of like, why? Like, why are we doing this? I don't know. For me, it... Just watched Lightyear for the first time since 2022, and wow, it's so by the numbers. I remember really liking it. I remember really liking that film when it first came out, but the more I think about Lightyear, the more I'm just like, it's fine, but it's also just like, man, it is a bit of a wasted opportunity. Yeah, it's a missed opportunity. It's like, yeah, like, why did they make the planet so boring? Why couldn't they just have Emperor Zurg just be Zurg? We don't need to make him into old Buzz Lightyear. Why are we doing this? Now, it's also people that were like, oh my god, how come they didn't make, no, they were like, Emperor Zurg is supposed to be his father. It's like, he's not really supposed to be Buzz Lightyear's father. It was just a Star Wars joke. We don't need to do that. Just make him a classic bad guy that's just funny, or just fun. How many kids movies are going to do the thing of, oh, A protagonist needs to learn to work with B protagonist, or a team, or a team of people to learn teamwork? Like, well, here's the thing. That's not a bad structure for a story. That's not the issue. I don't care if that's just the general, outline of a story, or just like a thing that the characters have to learn. That's fine with me. But, however, it just needs to be engaging. They need to make it an engaging film. And Lightyear wasn't really that for a lot of people. That's the problem. Sorry, but Soul is highly overrated. The more I think about the movie, the more I like maybe both this and Encanto might have caused the Disney snub curse. No. Both Encanto and Soul are great. Soul is one of Pixar's best films ever, in my opinion. Like, that film legitimately felt transcendent. It didn't, obviously it felt like Pixar, but it felt so unique for Pixar. It felt like it was the one that was most targeted at adults. I love Soul so much. It is like top 4 Pixar movies ever made, genuinely, in my opinion. The first 30 minutes of Lightyear were kind of cool. Yeah, I would agree with that. The first bit of Lightyear was really good. And also, I like Encanto. I think Encanto might be the best, Walt Disney Animation Studios movie we've had in a very, very, very long time. Probably since Winnie the Pooh, to be honest. Like, there was no bad guy. It was just a very good story, very charming characters, good music. Like, I really like Encanto. I really like Encanto. Oh, so glad they scrapped the ideas for Finding Nemo 3 a couple years ago. I don't know. I think you could do Finding Nemo 3. I mean, look. I think Finding Dory was great. I love Finding Dory. People are too mean to Finding Dory. That movie was great. I love Finding Dory. Raya and the Last Dragon deserves more attention. I mean, it's good, but I don't love it. Again, I feel like one of the things I feel like it suffers from is that I feel like the characters act way too modern, and the editing and everything is just made to be way too modern. Or something along those lines. But so I don't know. I don't know. I like Raya and the Last Dragon, but I didn't love it. I like it too, but it's one of those Pixar films that doesn't really leave it open for more than the Tank Gang. Oh, you're talking about Finding Dory. I mean, who knows? Here's the thing. I did not think that a sequel to Finding Nemo would work. You know? I genuinely was like, why are we doing a sequel to Finding Nemo? This is kind of dumb. But it ended up working out. So I'm like, okay. So I think it's like, if they have a good enough idea, it can work. You know? And yet we've never had anything like Soul or Encanto ever again until Inside Out 2, Zootopia 2, and Hoppers. Well, I don't know. Like, I like Inside Out 2 and Zootopia 2. I don't think they're anything amazing. I've not seen Hoppers, so I can't say for certain. But Turning Red I thought was great. Turning Red was great. I mean, granted, it's not like it's not on the level of Soul, but it's probably up there with Encanto for me. Will DreamWorks drag Madagascar from the dead? Probably not, considering two of the co-stars are not fond of each other. If you remember, Chris Rock plays Marty and Jada Pinkett Smith plays Gloria. So we're probably not going to see a Madagascar 4. Probably not. We're probably not going to get that. So no. Turning Red was good for me until the last 20 minutes. I thought the last 20 minutes were the best part of Turning Red. I thought it was really funny and innovative and unique and cool. We replaced Jada Pinkett Smith with Honora herself. I think if you did that, there would be so much controversy. It's like, it's not, I think it's just not even worth, it's not even worth it for Madagascar 4. Probably not. Also, Over the Hedge 2. I don't think anyone really cares about Over the Hedge. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like Over the Hedge that much. What the heck? Andrew with the $2 super chat. My God. Thank you so much, Andrew, for the super chat. Everyone, give Andrew Garrett some blue Hannahcast heart emojis for the super chat. Thanks, Andrew Garrett. Thanks, Andrew Garrett. My God, thank you so much. I will super chat always at an expense of an Honora joke. Honora, escape to Honora. No, escape from Honora. We can't have more Honora. No. I could see Tiana Taylor as Gloria, but again, I just don't know if you would want to open up that can of worms. Because people are going to be like, oh, wait, you're replacing Jada Pinkett Smith? And that's just going to cause so much controversy. It's just not worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. Tom Holland as the son of Alex the Lion. What the hell are you doing in my car? Oh my god, no. No, we're getting so many bad ideas for Madagascar 4. Well, actors get replaced all the time. I mean, yeah, but again, I feel like the optics no matter who you replace, if you were to replace like Chris Rock or Jada Pinkett Smith, the optics would look really bad. So it's like, well, Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith don't ever have to be in the same room for recording. They don't, but there's going to have to be the marketing of the film. And for marketing, they usually try to have the actors do stuff together. So, no, I don't think it's a good idea. I really do not think it's a good idea. What animated film do you think would make a good live-action remake? Just in general, or DreamWorks? But I mean, regardless, like what do you mean? Like, do you mean like DreamWorks or just in general, like an animated film that could make a good remake? Any of them. All right. Ooh, hold on a second. I think if I could remake any... Ooh. I think if I could take any animated film and make... Even though it wouldn't really be a live-action remake, it would be... It would still be animated, but you'll get what you'll get what I'm getting at here. Disney's Dinosaur. Here's my pitch. All right. Basically, you do what The Lion King did and make this like very photoreal. It's basically all animated, but it looks realistic. But the dinosaurs do not talk. The dinosaurs don't talk. You update the visual effects, you update the dinosaur design so that everything looks scientifically accurate, and you even get creative with some of these ideas. Like, for example, what was this thing called? Dreadnought, like for example, sort of like how they did with the Dreadnoughtus in Prehistoric Planet, where they kind of gave that some like, air sacs in its neck or whatever. You get creative with the dinosaur designs in Disney's Dinosaur. You don't have the dinosaurs talk, and you just make it look really cool. It's like this visual storytelling kind of film. That would be awesome. I've even talked to people who are not really for the Disney remakes, and I've been telling them this idea. It's like, and they were like, if they did it like that, that could work. I think that would be cool. Yeah, because they humanize the dinosaur characters. I just feel like you could do, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, this was the original idea for Dinosaur, where the dinosaurs were not supposed to talk. But Disney got cold feet and was like, we want to have the dinosaurs talk because people like talking animals in movies. And it's like, no, like give them something. Uh-oh. Like, give them something like this. Give them like a movie that has visual storytelling. That's basically BBC's Walking with Dinosaurs. But I'm just saying, it works. It just works. What about Land Before Time in the same way? I mean, you could, but I don't know. I never really grew up on the Land Before Time. And granted, I didn't really grow up on this one either, but I specifically just remember the music from Disney's Dinosaur being so good. And they don't really anthropomorphize the dinosaurs too much, so they could just make this a remake, and I think this could work. I genuinely think that if they just went full in on this, went and made everything look photorealistic and made the dinosaurs more scientifically accurate and don't have the dinosaurs talk and get creative with the scientific, or like with the scientific explanations of everything, this could work. I genuinely think this could work. Ooh, great idea. Well, thank you, Red Spice. Maybe have the celebrities narrate the film like Spirit. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. I just, why not take this chance? Why not take the chance of just having a completely visually told movie where there's no voices, there's nothing like that, where it's literally just watching the dinosaurs tell the story? I think it would be great. There are some other ideas for Disney remake, or remakes of animated movies I have. Like, I think The Prince of Egypt could work in live action. The Prince of Egypt, I mean, that's kind of obvious that could work. What are some other ones I think could work in live action? Or like I think... Actually, let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's take a look at some animated movies that maybe could work in live action if you really try to like innovate stuff with it. Akira, maybe. Although, granted, I've not really seen Akira, so I don't know if I can truly say that. So, I don't know. But again, we're just going with like the best case scenario. Like the best case scenario in that you get like a really good filmmaker and there's not much studio interference. Like you just really like have them lock in and make something really, really good. You know. Robots 2005 would be risky but cool. Robots. I mean, I think if you were to like make a lot, I think you'd probably have to adjust some things. That there could be some improving in that, but maybe Atlantis: The Lost Empire, that could work. There's definitely room for improvement there. Oh, I just realized. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think this could really work. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hold on. Here's why I feel like a Hunchback, if they really wanted to do, you want to know how you really do the Hunchback of Notre Dame really well in live action? Here, one, base it on the musical, which from what I've heard is a lot darker and a lot closer to the book. So that's interesting. And they make some really bold changes that the animated movie didn't do. So I'm like, all right. But here's something that I feel like would be really neat that they could do. Cast a deaf actor as Quasimodo. Because apparently they did this for... Because apparently they did this for some of the stage productions. They had this guy named Joshua Castile play Quasimodo. And the idea was, and it is accurate to the book, where basically in this version, what was it? He becomes deaf because he rings the bells of Notre Dame, and considering they're so huge and he's so close to them, it ruins his hearing. So it's like, okay, a deaf actor playing Quasimodo, but it's still a musical, so how are you gonna do that? Well, do what the stage show did and have one of the gargoyles do the singing while the deaf actor signs their lines. That sounds boring. What do you mean boring? That's not boring. That's actually really cool. What? It's something we haven't seen before. The animated is already so dark. I wonder what the rating of the live action would get. You probably have to go a very hard PG-13. But it's like, I feel like if you did this where like the gore, and because the other thing that the musical also does, it does establish that the gargoyles are not really alive. They're all in his head. Whereas in the animated movie, they try to allude to that, but they end up participating in the battle at the end, meaning that the gargoyles actually are alive. In this musical, from what I understand, they don't actually do that. The gargoyles actually are all figments of his imagination. So if you can imagine this guy as like his inner monologue, so that once you establish him early on in the film, you don't need to keep coming back to him, and so you could just see the guy, like the guy playing Quasimodo, signing, and you just hear the voice of the gargoyle singing his lines. That would be so cool. Disney probably won't touch this film. They probably won't, but they're cowards, because I think this is a really cool idea. I think it not only is a cool idea, I genuinely think this could be an awards-pushed film. Like, if you went the route of the musical, you genuinely would have something really special here. You would have something really, really special with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Rugrats movie will be the greatest live-action remake of all time. I don't think I don't really see how you'd be able to do that in live action. Ooh! Brave! This is one that I think could work as live action, especially if you really wanted to, like, you know, improve on the story. Like, yeah, she's really good at arrows, but you could also make her very arrogant, and she puts herself in danger a lot, and that's why she has this conflict with her mother, that her mother doesn't want to bury her daughter if she ever goes out into war and whatnot. Like if you leaned into that, you could make Brave a really damn good movie, a really damn good live action film, to be honest. Let's see. Prince of Egypt, I already said why that could work. Let's see. I need to rewatch the B movie. It's not the... Why do people say the B movie? It's not the B movie. It's B movie. Ah! But yeah. Anastasia. Admittedly, I've never seen Anastasia, so I can't really say. Why is Roger Rabbit here? That's not an animated movie. That's a live action movie. Megamind would be kind of funny. You could maybe do that with Megamind. Maybe. You could maybe try that with Megamind. Iron Giant would be fun. Maybe. Maybe. That is a big risk, though. Although, it wasn't really a big box office hit when it first came out. So, we'd have to see, but maybe. Maybe. Brother Bear, I mean, let's see, Brother Bear, you'd have to make a lot of changes to make this movie actually good, because I really didn't like Brother Bear. 3.8 on Letterboxd, are you insane? What? Brother Bear's not that good. What are we doing? But I feel like if you made the bears as if you made the bears as interesting as the humans, I feel like you would have a very solid movie. Also, replace the Phil Collins songs with a score, and you'd actually have something really solid there. Brother Bear is peak? No, it's not peak. It's weak. It's not peak. It's weak. Brother Bear is bad. What about Big Hero 6? I mean, I think it could translate to live action, But that's one where you would really need some improvements, because I don't, especially the villain I thought was very weak in the film. Very, very weak villain. The mooses are peak. Oh my god, I did not like the mooses. All they did was like stupid Canadian jokes. Oh my god. The Emperor's New Groove, aka the best Disney film. I have actually not seen The Emperor's New Groove. Brother Bear has heart. Well, not enough of it, to my knowledge. I guess it doesn't have enough heart. Yeah, I can't think of anything funny to say. Live action sausage party. No, absolutely not. That would be really dumb. Like, no. No. What about Kubo as a live action movie? I mean, you could. But I don't know. I don't know what more there is to really gain from that, to be honest. Monsters vs. Aliens. Maybe. That could maybe work. I mean, obviously you would need to improve the story a lot, but I think there would be some value in that being in live action, perhaps. Polar Express? That would be really interesting if you got Polar Express to be in live action. In fact, I think maybe people would have responded to the Polar Express even better if it was live action. Bolt. I've not really seen Bolt, so I can't really say. Treasure Planet. I've also not really seen Treasure Planet, so I can't fully say. To my knowledge, I think people really like Bolt, if I'm not mistaken. People like Bolt. Where is Bolt? Where is it? Yeah, what are they talking about? People really like Bolt. It has like a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes. And a 6.7 on 6.7. But yeah, those are some ideas I have for what could maybe do for some good live action movies. I just think it's not the movie I'd talk to anyone about. Very wild that Miley Cyrus was in Bolt, to be honest. That's not the craziest thing. I mean, she was very popular, so not crazy. I don't think. Have you seen the live-action How to Train Your Dragon? Not yet. I've heard it's pretty good, though. I've heard that's pretty good. What about Up as live-action? You could. I don't know if it would really gain much from being in live-action. Like, I don't know. At least with The Lion King, it's like, you know, alright, you're basically seeing this as like a completely photoreal animated films, and we haven't really seen that yet. Ooh. First little teaser thing for Clayface. Rising star Matt Hagen. That's the character's name. Ooh. I am excited. Ooh, we're gonna be getting Clayface pretty soon. Ooh. I gotta go, Mr. Hannahcast. Bye, Andrew Garrett. Bye. But I will say, I might get ready to end the stream pretty soon anyway, because I've been going for a while now. Ooh, woo, Clayface. Tee-hee. Have you ever heard of When the Wind Blows? I have not heard of that, no. But yeah, anybody have any final thoughts before I head off stream? I might get ready to head off here in a bit, because this was a very. Are you a fan of Chicken Little? I really do not like Chicken Little. I hate Chicken Little. The dad in that movie sucks. Like, he's so ego-driven, and the only way he would ever love his son is if it benefits him if it benefits himself. He's a disgusting father figure. I hate him so. I really do not like Chicken Little. I really do not like Chicken Little. Honora falling. What are we talking about? What do you mean Honora's falling? What's happening? Oh, funny joke. Funny joke! But yeah, everyone, I might get ready to head off now. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream, and thank you so much for, you know, having us hit the goal. Not only hit the membership goal, but getting us past the Super Chat goal. I'm going to be filming a video tonight that's going to be going up tomorrow. So thank you all so much. It's going to be for director and screenplay predictions, Oscar predictions tomorrow. That's going to be going up tomorrow. God, oh my God, I need to eat. I need to go eat something and drink something. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everyone. Bye everyone. Bye.